Good morning, friends. Welcome back to Mr. Justin's Teva class. Hopefully you can hear me. We're outside today, and the chickens and the birds and the waterfall. It's a little hard to hear me. Hopefully you guys can. So today we are back outside here. It's been out at the school, and I'm going to talk to you a little bit about one of the animals I haven't covered yet on my video lessons here, which is the fish pond that was painstakingly dug by Mr. Justin and Miss Ashley. Every rock, every shovelful built right here by us, by hand. It's really fun, and I know you kids love it. So we're going to talk a little bit about them today, and we're also going to feed them and learn a little bit more about them. Hopefully it'll be a lot of fun, and hopefully you can enjoy the class here with me today. I wish you all were here, obviously, but it's better that we stay home right now. Hopefully you can come back here soon. I miss all of you so much. I really do. I really want everyone around here. It's a little lonely all by myself here at the school with just the animals. They're not very good conversationalists. Okay, so I promised you we would feed the fish today, but before we feed them, we're going to do something really scientific. Now, it's a big word, I know you know scientific. It means we're going to do something we can learn and study about. So what Mr. Justin has here is a piece of paper. We're going to do something fun with this piece of paper. We're going to dip it into the water. So this paper is often called a litmus test, which means it's used to measure the pH balance of the water. Now, you don't really need to worry about what pH means or how it stands for and what the hydrogen has to do with it. What we are going to learn about is why we want our water to be a certain pH. So if it's a number scale from 1 to 14, and if our water is too high of a number, it's going to kill the fish. And if our water is too low of a number, it's going to kill the fish. So we want a nice, even number. And what's that number we're looking for? 7. We're looking for 7. That's the pH of the water we want, 7, which is a good number to have. So what we're going to do is we're going to test it by dipping this piece of paper in the water. We're going to compare the color. It's going to change color. We're going to compare the color to this little chart right here. And it should come out to a nice yellowy orange. And if it's a nice pale orange there, then the water's good and we're perfect. If it's not, if it turns out to be red or purple or really bright yellow, we're going to have to do something. We're going to have to put some chemicals in it or something because that water is no good. And we don't want to hurt our fish. We have like 35 fish, 36, kind of hard to count them. They keep moving around a lot. Alright, ready? I'm going to take the water, the strip, I'm going to dip it in the water. I'm going to stir it around just a few seconds to make sure it grabs. Oh, scaring fish. They don't know what it is. Ooh, that water is cold. Alright, let me pull it out. And we're going to let it dry for a few seconds. And then once it's done drying, we'll compare it to the thing right here. Alright, so not only does it test the pH balance, it also tests things like nitrate, nitrites, and hardness and carbonate. It's a lot of big words, kids. Mr. Justin just needs to make sure all those things are level so that the fish are in a nice, healthy environment for them. So I won't go into too much about that, but let me know right now that the nitrate is good, the nitrite is good, the carbonate is perfect, the hardness is a little low, but that's okay. Mr. Justin's got something he can do about that. So, I don't know if you can see the paper real clearly right there. We're looking at that one. And it's a nice pale color. Right about 6.5, close to 7. So it's a little low, but that's actually a number that I'm okay with. And I think it's fine. None of the fish seem to be having any trouble. So we do this every week. We test with one of these strips to make sure that the water is good. Now all the fish are living in a nice safe pond because the animals are our responsibility to take care of. We have the animals, we're taking care of them, we took them out of the wild, we bought these at a pet store, and we're taking care of them. So we have to make sure they have the best possible environment to live in and get the best possible quality of care. And that's really one of the main things we do here in Teva, besides caring about all the plants, is all the animals that we have here. And don't worry, I'm going to flip the camera around and show you the fish in a second. So what I would usually do now is I have a big book, log book, and I would write down all these numbers in the book so there'd be a track and a record here. I'm not going to do that today because I'm here with you guys doing this, but I will keep a record of these later, write it down. And I know, off topic here, that you want to know what this plant is behind Mr. Justin. What's this big thing is sticking out of this pot? And those are the onions that we've been growing. Mr. Justin moved them here into the covered area of the fish pond, and the fish pond is covered to make sure nothing gets into the fish, no birds or anything. I moved them here into the cover because we had a little bit of trouble with some squirrels chewing on the stalks of the onions. Who knows? I didn't know squirrels liked onions, but apparently they do. And these are growing beautifully. You can see the flowers coming out. They're bulbing nicely. So maybe when you come back to school, we'll dig them up, see if there's some onions in there. Onions might make you cry a little bit when you cut them, but they are delicious. Okay, next point of topic. I know. Sorry, the chicken's here. I know. So, now that we've tested the balance of the water, we can finally feed them. And so we feed them here goldfish flakes. And there's a lot of ingredients in goldfish flakes. A lot of big words. We're not going to go over what they are. So, to feed the goldfish, and these are actually comets that we have. I'll go into a discussion about that in a second. Our comets, we have goldfish flakes. So we're going to take out a good handful of it, and we're going to throw it in the water. And I'm going to turn the camera around in a second and show you when I do that, so you guys can see them eat, because they are hungry. And they'll all come swimming up to the surface to gobble it all up. Alright, so, as I said, these are comets. And how a comet is different from a goldfish is that they're a lot skinnier and a lot longer. A goldfish tends to get a little fat right there in the middle. A comet is long and stretched out. It is a type of goldfish. I know, calm down. It's okay. The chickens, I'm sorry, they're out and they're having a good time. So they're a lot longer, a lot skinnier than goldfish. And they've got a deeply forked tail, kind of like a triangle, that resembles a comet, like up in the sky, like a big comet. Astrology, astronomy, science. You know, what makes a comet different from a regular goldfish is that they have the same diet, but besides being longer and skinnier, they can come in different colors. We have orange and white and a few black ones. They can live for up to 10 years, some even a little bit longer. So these are some long-term investments, these fish. They're not the simple fish. And I know some of you might have heard a rumor about the memory of a goldfish. That's not true. A goldfish can have a memory of months, years. The seconds thing is just made up by TV. It's not true. But it is fun to think about how much a goldfish knows and can remember. Not sure what it would have to remember. It's a fish. Maybe where it likes to sleep, what its favorite thing to eat is, what a predator looks like that might eat him. There are no predators in our pond, so the reason it's filled up. There are no plants in this pond, and I really don't like that. There are plants all around it. I've got ferns and iris and onions and all sorts of plants surrounding it, but there's no plants in the water. I would really love to grow some plants in the water. Somewhere for the fish to swim through, something to grow, some water plants. Aquatic is the word, aquatic plants. If you have any suggestions, I'd love to hear them. Mr. Justin doesn't know as much about underwater plants as he does about land plants. More of a fruits and vegetables kind of growing man. But I'd love to start and learn. That'd be really cool, I think. And that's something maybe when school starts back up, we can have the kids come out, plant some water plants here with the fish. They're not going to get in the pond because the water is cold and it's deep. I know, I dug it. It's deep. Look at the deep fish. Also, the whole structure here is locked at all times unless I'm here, so that nothing gets in, messes with the fish, or falls in accidentally into the water. That would be bad. Don't go in the water. We don't stand on these rocks, because if you stand on this rock, you could fall in. Don't want that. That would be bad. Alright, you ready to look at the fish now? So I'm going to turn the camera, hopefully, and let you see all the fish. Oh, look, they're hungry. They're right there at the water, ready for it. Alright, you ready? Let's feed the fish. Here they come. Look at them all eating right there. Some of them you can actually tell apart. You see that white one? And there's the big blackfish. He's really big. Kind of makes Mr. Justin want to go fishing. It's been quite a while since I've been fishing. But these aren't the catch kind of fish. These are the look at and feed kind of fish. Well, they seem to have eaten all of that. We'll give them one more little handful. And you can hear the waterfall. Hopefully you can hear me over it. What the waterfall does is it's over there. Is it aerates the water by constantly keeping it moving. Puts more air in the water for the fish. So fish have gills. They don't breathe regular air like us. Their gills, you can see on the side of their necks right there. What they do is by swimming, they push water through it and absorb the air right out of the water. So the pump there and the waterfall push more air back into the water, stirs it up, keeps algae from growing as much. We don't want algae in our water. And these cool fish. Now a few people have suggested I get a turtle. Who can tell Mr. Justin the #1 reason why he can't have a turtle in this water? That is correct. A turtle eats fish. If I put a turtle in this pond, he would eat the fish. I don't want that. We're not getting a turtle. Although I love turtles. Maybe we'll build a second pond just for a turtle. Look at them all. Cute little fish. Living in a happy, pH neutral environment. And so that's the fish. That's their daily life. And, we feed them, they live in the water. It's a really big pond, really nice for all the fish. There's all these plants around. Like I said, I'd like to get some underwater plants for it. Important fact, we put the lid back on the food when we're done, so it stays nice and safe. And then we're going to put it back in the closet so it doesn't get wet or anything. Well, I think that's all I had planned for today about the fish. Fish are aquatic, they live underwater. These are called comets. There's over 30 of them. I don't know the exact number. Pretty sure I bought 35, but I wasn't the only one buying them, so the number could be different. We've got these cool rocks at the bottom of the water. They've all been fed, they're very hungry. We've checked the pH balance and a couple other numbers. Everything's good. Got a nice healthy pond. You can have a pond at home if you want to, or if you already do have one. These, more information, this is Mr. Justin's first fish pond. He's had it less than a year. I could use some advice from the parents if you guys have any. If not, I'm going to keep doing my best and looking it up, and we'll keep going. Learning experience for me and the kids. I really wish you guys were back here at school. Anyway, please stay safe, stay healthy, stay home. I miss you all so much. Hope you can come back to my class soon. Shabbat Shalom, kids.